Hi everyone, it's Suzanne Wagner again, and we're going to do the intuitive patterns for the month of January 2020. The cards this month in the Osho Zen Tarot are Going with the Flow, Success, and Guilt. The medicine cards are Horse, Contrary, Fox, and Dragonfly. The Mayan Oracle is Etznob, upside down, Khan, upside down, Transparency, upside down. The ancient Egyptian tarot is the Fool, the Four of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. The Aleister Crowley deck is Strength, Interference, and the Devil. The Healing Earth tarot is the Ace of Rainbows, the Lover's card, and the Ace of Wands. And the words of truth are Mind, Sobriety, Primal, and Truth. So I just did a video on the numerology for the year 2020 and how it is the number 4. So please refer back to that video to kind of get some information about that related to the numerology. And I also want to talk about the fact that I pulled a separate set of cards from the Aleister Crowley Tarot deck, specifically for the conjunction that is happening on January 12, 2020 for the United States. Okay. And those cards, unfortunately, are Ruin, the Hanged Man, and Failure. That small group of cards indicates a shattering of old patterns and a breakdown of systems. Reasoning goes out the window, and the hard truth of the reality comes crashing in. Regardless, it causes suffering and enforced sacrifice for all of us. There is a failure of the systems that have been holding important aspects and freedoms together. And because of that, it leaves us open to some form of attack. Whether that is internal or external is anyone's guess. So what's really tricky here about this conjunction is that this conjunction is a global conjunction, and it hasn't happened since the year 1232. So none of us really know what this is going to look like. But what's interesting to the astrologers and me is that it affects the U.S. astrological chart in a big way, and it also affects Donald Trump's chart in a big way. So what that could be is anybody's guess. But, we might want to look at it. Is it related to the impeachment thing? Is it related to some sort of attack of some sort? I don't know. I mean, we've got Kim Jong-un saying he's going to give us a Christmas present, and please God, I hope that's not the case. So, but you can sense this kind of rising intensity and this rising volatility. And the Ruin card is a shattering of glass. Like if you've been in a glass bubble, it sort of shatters you out of that bubble. The Hanged Man card says, no matter what, no one wins. Everyone suffers and no one wins. And the Failure card says systems just start breaking down and there can be some sort of collapse. Now, is this the stock market? Is this, which is ridiculously high at this point? Could it be more than one of these things, which is what I really think it is? It's probably more than one thing. So this is that month where I know we just are going into Christmas, and I'm doing this on the 19th of December. So I know we're going into Christmas. Everybody's already bought their Christmas presents, but just try and pay off your credit card debt as much as you can. And I say that to everybody, and I'm just as bad as everybody else. So, kind of know that this is a tricky kind of portal and a tricky kind of place. So let's start with the illusions of the Dragonfly card. Now, the illusions have been perpetuated in the world over and over again, but those in January start to break down. Pain and guilt creates an atmosphere of a complex, painful, emotional energy. And many will pass through the distortion and see with utter transparency that what they did not want to see. The mirrors and the reflections shatter, and you are left with the sharp edges of truth that awaken the spiritual warriors to face the shadow. Something erupts, which is Khan, and the beliefs that we are safe and secure break under the constraint of self-deception. Be prepared because things will radically speed up, and the faster things move, the more out of control they will actually feel. The Horse card shows where the lack of respect has allowed for the abuse of power. It becomes clear that there are those that want to overpower people and systems. When humanity forgets to lead with compassion, they become entangled with the unhealed wounds of their own past. The winds of destiny call to everyone to remember to honor all life and all things. The fox asks us to define the boundaries. It is the reminder that there is a fox in the hen house wreaking havoc and destruction. So take a good look at that. So what are you going to do about the fox in the hen house? Be smart, be sly, and know that you're going to have to come up with some ingenious moves. The aces are there to remind us that there are many new types of beginnings. One is a trial by fire, and it requires you to have a type of strength of passion to allow you to face the challenges in front of you. A course of action must be taken, but it needs to be forthright, loving, and honest. The other ace is about the giving and receiving of love. We are being asked to go more deeply into our hearts than ever before. We are being asked to feel below the surface of chaos that is taking us away from clarity. We are being asked to do what used to seem impossible because we are really going to have no choice. This month, January 2020, you are riding a tiger. And while that may seem amazing, it will also be a wild and unpredictable ride. All moments of power are followed by a moment that pulls you into the opposite place. That is just the laws of life and nature. Don't be a fool and ignore the truths when they present. Do not believe that you are completely safe because things will forever change. But what you can do is negotiate with others and come to a compromise and come to new understandings. Only working together can we make the necessary changes that will stand the test of time. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you checking in. And I will be doing a video on the astrology completely for January of 2020. And I will be doing a predictions also using the astrology for the entire year of 2020. So keep an eye for those videos. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.